If you're a woman, I want you to know that you have been conditioned to please everyone beside yourself. And this is why it's hard to listen to yourself and trust yourself. This leads to overthinking all of the time when it comes down to creating content and doing anything else in your world. We have been trained to continuously put everybody else, because one thing that is within our nature is to be nurturing creatures here on earth. I mean, I wouldn't say creatures. I shouldn't have said that. Human beings. We are creative and we are inspirational and we are influential by nature and nurturing. But with that nurturing aspects is that we can tap in and feel other people's essence and what they need, and then create whatever it is by doing that, just through our gifts. But the one thing that you were not created to do was be a people pleaser, a giver, and a person who doesn't think about themselves. I will tell you that for a fact. This is why we have so many women who are burnt out from constantly giving and pouring into other people instead of pouring into themselves. And to be honest, this causes a lot of overthinking and overanalyzing and be like, well, what do people need? I can do myself last. And it's just like, no, honey, you got to put your mask on first, right? That's what the airline people say all the time. Put your mask on first. But why do we ignore that on a day-to-day basis as a woman? See, here's the thing. When we are conditioned to please everyone else, we ignore ourselves. And when we ignore ourselves, we ignore and don't understand how to trust ourselves through our own intuition. And a woman's intuition is literally a gift to this world. And if we're not taking action from that gift, we are then overexerting ourselves in becoming people pleasers, givers, and putting ourselves last in everything that we do. So let's say, for instance, you wanted to create content on YouTube. You're not going to trust yourself because you're so used to doing for others and not listening to your own body. And this is why it causes such hesitation and resistance of well, I don't know what to do. You know what to do. You just haven't gotten used to trusting your instincts. It's there, honey. It's always been there and it will always be there. You just have to practice tuning into that message, that intuition, because that is God's calling on all women and men, but particularly women is who I'm talking to. We have to break away from that conditioning. And by doing so is by working through our intuition and trusting ourselves with everything that we do. But I will say this, it's not that you don't use your intuition. There are things that you use it for. You just don't realize that you're utilizing it. So there, in essence, you are able to trust yourself. Let's say, for instance, you wake up and you're like, what am I hungry today? Whatever you're feeling of what you want to eat or drink is listening to your intuition. How do you want to do your makeup? What do you want to wear? That's all intuition. So you have it. We just have to condition you to do it in other aspects of your life. And part of that, whenever women want to create content, they're usually very hesitant and resistant to showing up on camera, because they just don't like being seen or heard. Where I don't know why, honey, you are beautiful and you are great and you deserve to be seen and heard. So when we uncondition you from being a people pleaser and a giver and just stepping into your intuition and your power and being a magnet to what you desire, it changes your world. And I help particularly women do that by creating content that is magnetism to their tribe and their community. You don't have to work that hard to create a community of people who love you, people who want to be inspired by you, people who love everything that you have to offer. And I'm just talking about content. This is why you follow your favorite YouTubers and your favorite content creators, because there's just something about their essence that is within you. And when you can just step into that power just for a small fraction of time, oh my goodness, what you can create is magical. So if you're ready to get started optimizing a YouTube channel, becoming that content creator, learning to trust yourself and unconditioning yourself to constantly think and please everyone else, I got a training for you. And it's on my page. It's free. Just give me 1 hour of your time and I promise you it'll be worth it. Hope to see you there.